Hey. All right. Hope you're having a fabulous day. So I have some confessions to make as a health coach that I think will speak to each and every one of you guys that is maybe trying to lose weight or gain energy or just make some kind of change in your lifestyle, be that with nutrition or fitness or whatever. So what I have learned from being a health coach over the last 9 years is that people have this perception of a health coach to be like the one that, I don't know, is like eating tofu and 5 almonds and a bite of fruit and, all these things. I don't know, maybe even put in your own ideas or perceptions of what do you think of when you think of somebody who is pretty on top of it as far as they might be physically fit. I do not have 6-pack abs, but maybe you're thinking of that friend that like had 80 children and then they're like super ripped top to bottom. Like, what are your perceptions of that person, whether they're a health coach or not? And so it's funny because, I had this moment yesterday, and I'll tell you about it here in a minute, that I was like, okay, I keep thinking of this idea where I need to come live and just like confess. And then, I was talking to somebody today and I'm like, you know what? People just need to hear this. So if you don't know me, if you don't know my story, I'm going to give you the quick blip so that you understand. I used to be plus size clothing and I'm now down to a 2.4, and I've been through it to figure out how to lose the weight and how to keep off the weight. And I did it before and then after 2 babies. Okay. So hello, Melissa. Hello, Sylvia. So for those of you who don't know, I got my personal page over here, my fan page over here, and I just want to say hello to both. So I'm kind of looking back and forth to both of you guys. Okay. But so here's the raw and real. I bring it to you straight to tell you like it is, and I tell you straight up, we overcomplicate healthy to the point where we have this fear of being healthy. Like this fear, like I want to be healthy, but starting on this date and this year on this exact time is when I'm going to start. And then we like build it up, and then we start, and then we fail. I got my notes here. Then we fail, and we've got to like build it back up. Anybody else ever do that? I know that was me, like I felt like I had to get all my perfect little ducks in a row, and I had to have the perfect plan, and I had to be ready to go. Okay. And so if you followed me for any amount of time, I'm just like, hey, pick something and get better at it. Whether it's right now you hear me and you go drink water and you weren't drinking water right now, you were drinking something else, anything that's making just a little bit of a change, a little bit of a habit, right? And so I want to be straightforward and tell you that health coaches don't have it all together. I'm able to coach, and I've coached over thousands of people on how to get and be healthy. I do live the life, but I'm able to tell you straight up, you can splurge and enjoy the life too, and have the things that aren't part of your perfect plan, because I do it. And there are times when I go overboard too. So one of the things to help you be a little healthier, and you've heard it before, you've probably done it before, is don't keep the stuff in the house that you're just going to mindlessly eat. And some of you are like, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's there, I'm going to mindlessly eat. And I get it. Like sometimes we get that. What can I like make? Like I've got all this healthy stuff. How can I somehow make it unhealthy and like splurge? Like I've been there too, right? But so I've been on this journey for 9 years, and yesterday we go to the store, and I like those Cape Cod chips. We don't carry chips in the house. 1, they're really not healthy. 2, if they're here, we'll eat them, but if they're not, we'll make a healthier choice. So we have like tortilla chips, and you might have heard me talk about how I go on my like little splurges where like tortilla chips are all the rave, and I have to kind of go through a phase where I get rid of the tortilla chips for a little bit because I've started snacking on them a little bit too much. Okay. I've figured out ways to combat what doesn't actually serve me. Okay. I utilized things to help me get into a overall lifestyle change, but it doesn't usually happen overnight. So I'm going to give you some tricks on how to do that after I confess that we get these. I'm walking through the store and I noticed that Cape Cod has like these waffle chips. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to get those. I want to try them. Straight up, right? Here I am, a health coach, and I teach you guys to put snack bags in your car. I ran out of my snacks, and I think I saw Sylvia on there, so she's gonna laugh, right? So I ran out of like the right snacks. I had some snacks for my kids, but I ran out of oh crap snacks for me in my car stash. We had been running because I'm totally out of routine this week. My son has spring break. Last week, my husband's a teacher. He was on spring break. My daughter was on spring break. So they were on opposite stuff. So I've been all out of routine, not in my zone, right? And so I'm like, I'm really hungry, and we've decided to add another errand. Then, silly self, and I know myself better, I get an unhealthy snack while I'm hungry. And what do? Hey, Keegan, let's try out these chips. And I basically eat almost the whole bag mindlessly because we're in the car, we're waiting for things, we're doing whatever, okay? So, but here's the thing. I'm going to do the same thing when we make like the little pizzas, you know, the pizzas that you make at home versus buying them. I don't know what it is, but those pizzas, I don't know because they're thinner or what. I'm like, I can eat the whole pizza. And I really do have to step back as a health coach and go, but I'm not hungry. And I know that it doesn't serve me to eat this whole pizza. And then I go, yeah, but I don't do it very much. So one of the things is if you don't do it very much because you've developed some base habits, sometimes you can talk yourself into it being okay. But if you do it often, sometimes you gotta kind of start to go, okay, this is a downfall of mine, right? So when I was getting super extra healthy so that I had a baseline of habits, I didn't have the pizza in the house, okay? So if you really are like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired and I want to feel better and I want to break these habits, you got to figure out where your biggest downfalls are, okay? Your biggest ones, whether it's having ice cream in the house, the chips in the house, the pop in the fridge, the habit of stopping at the gas station or the coffee shop on the way here, eating out, whatever your thing is, you've got to figure that out so that that's that one main thing that really is a trigger for you. And you might be like, Erin, I have 80 of them, right? But figure out your biggest one first and start to try to make a shift in that area, okay? Because I'm telling you what, those pizzas, no chance with me, okay? I will pretty much finish a pizza by myself, yep. I don't have a ton of guilt. But sometimes I'm like, come on, Erin, like, what are you doing? You're a health coach. There seems to be this higher standard that we're supposed to live up to, you know? It's so funny when I go out with friends that aren't really on the same health kick, right? And I'm not even like the health kick person, right? I develop the habit so that I can go out and I can do as I please. And it's so funny because they'll eat something not healthy or drink something not healthy, and it's almost like they're trying to hide it from me or something. And then they're like, I don't normally eat like this. Like, I'm like, I don't care. And I'll walk up to like the taco bar and like load it all up, right? Why do I get to eat the pizza in one setting and the bag of chips in one setting and load up when I go out and maybe have an extra drink that maybe is too high calorie? Why do I get to do all those things? I get to do those things because I took really honestly 2 months of my life. Like when I really look back and go like, what was it? It was, I took 2 months to go, enough's enough. I'm developing new habits. I'm not going to be like this. Now, if you do it to where it becomes a restriction, okay, then you will fail. You will fail. If you are telling yourself, I can't, and no, I don't, like, no, I can't, I won't, and it feels like you're punishing yourself, you won't succeed. So you've got to figure out where it is for you. But I'll tell you, when you get to that point where it clicks and you're just like, I'm not living this way anymore. That 2 months I made myself learn how to cook. I had no clue. I made Velveeta and cheese dip with some chips, okay? I made myself learn how to cook. I put a schedule, literally. I had this little pencil chart with the days of the week, and I kind of already just kind of pre-mapped out what I was going to have. I put snacks on there. It's very important to have snacks in between your meals. If you're just trying to get from one meal to the next, you will find that you're hungry and you're tired and you're cranky, and then that makes you want to go get the super duper big deluxe whatever at a fast food place, plus a drink is just as big as it, okay? So, but I put that in place. And it was like game. I mean, if you're like, I'm a competitor. Are you a competitor? If you are something who like, if you're challenged, like I double dog dare you, would that like, if you were challenged with something, would that work for you? Not everybody it will, but I'm like a challenge, like game on. So I made my own game on for myself, right? I was like, there is no turning back, to the point where being on my P's and Q's with my nutrition was fun. It was fun when people went, oh, you're not going to grab the bagel? Are you sure you don't want the drink? Are you sure? Da-da-da. Wow, you passed up those cookies? You don't want that candy? I'm not saying that there wasn't like that twinge of like, oh, candy. But then I'd be like, oh, game. And I will tell you that in 2 months, I lost 28 pounds. 2 months, 28 pounds. I shrunk. I mean, overnight shrinking, kind of shrinking. Now, I'm not saying that will happen for you, and I'm not saying that plan is for you, because some of you guys won't make it if you go 2 months game on. Or if you don't lose 28 pounds and you lose 10, you're going to be disappointed. If that's where you're at, this doesn't work. But if you just buckle in and go, I'm going to make a few key monumental changes and I'm going to stick with it until it becomes a change. I'm telling you what, not because I said I'm not going to drink Mountain Dew anymore, but because my body changed from what I was eating, I can't drink pop anymore. I physically cannot eat fast food. So sometimes it'd be really nice, just like I grabbed that bag of chips and ate almost the whole bag, just like I make that pizza and eat almost or sometimes the whole thing. I do it too. Oh, coffee cake. I was like, there was something else. The other day I went to, I'm a gluten-free, so I can't have treats very much. And I had a women's ministry retreat thing where the leadership, we were planning out some stuff, and this one lady knows I'm gluten-free. And so she stopped by this bakery that is specific to our area, that's specifically gluten-free, and brought a coffee cake. Oh, if that was in my house, in the privacy of my own home, I don't think any crumb would have been left. But I think I got 3 or 4 slices. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm no better than anybody else looking to lose a few pounds. But what I did was I made those monumental changes so that when I do want to eat all the coffee cake and the chips and that it doesn't throw me off my game. And I'll tell you, if I eat too much of something I shouldn't have or really haven't had much, like, you feel it. Anybody else get really healthy? Like, really get some good habits going, and then you go, oh, I'm going to go have, I used to love, like, chili cheese fries, like, bring it on and dip it in ranch. Anybody else? And now I'm like, oh, that's more power to you. And first of all, I want to let you know, I never judge. People think that health coaches are all health coachy-ish and like, oh, you shouldn't be having that. No, go ahead and eat it. So either you made a decision and you're gonna allow yourself to have some life, or you haven't made the decision yet, and that's fine too. But if you want to be on this, like, I want to be smaller and maintain and still like enjoy life, could I get like hardcore series, have 6-pack abs, walk around and have my egg whites and my spinach? I'm telling you what though, I have those friends and they do the same junk. So I'm just being the health coach that's like letting you see inside. that we're no different than you. We just found a few key things that worked for us. I will tell you one thing that worked for me is getting my nutrition straight with things that tasted like dessert. Okay, that was very helpful. That gave my body all the nutrients and vitamins. So you may or may not be up for supplementation, but find something that works for you. Here's what I'm going to tell you. We can all say, I'm going to do it with food alone. But if you are a busy on-the-go person, food alone, and you don't have the habits in place, food alone is going to be a very hard road for you. But if you want some suggestions on supplementation, feel free to message me or even just put one in the comments below. I'll reach out later today and give you some suggestions. If you don't need suggestions, but maybe you know some people you can chat with, go chat with them. Find something that works for you, but we can't get what we need from food alone unless we are going to diligently from scratch, and I've been there, low FODMAP and gluten-free, had to change everything with my diet, make everything from scratch, and this was after I was already good at eating healthy, okay? I'm telling you, that is a difficulty that if you're going from 0 to 60, you're always gonna feel like you fail. So get some help. Learn how to incorporate something that's going to help you get the nutrients and vitamins that you actually need, that you actually can't get from food alone unless you're going to eat thousands of calories in food to get the health benefits. But then what happens with our weight, right? So that's just a kind of a side note, but I really just wanted to be like, hey, I'm no different than you, and I lost the weight. I lost 44 pounds initially. I got pregnant. Then I lost 50. So I originally was a size 4. Then I got pregnant. Then after my first baby in my 30s, I then got down to a size 2. Okay? I had another baby and I was like, well, I know how to lose it. So she made me crave every unhealthy food under the sun and I took it all in, but then I had a lot more to lose. And I lost the current 61.3 pounds that I lost. All the while, I drink my beer, I love wine, I eat ice cream, I eat pizza, I eat those chips, which normally isn't my norm, but all of a sudden they disappeared. So just know you're normal. Just know that if you find yourself eating way too much of something, that the next person next to you that's probably got a few less pounds than you probably does the same thing. They've just figured out a few key things that really work for them that help them stay and maintain at that smaller weight. So I hope this helps. I want to give some shout outs. Tina from the UK, hello. Audra, you're from Canada, right? Hello, we've got some different countries going on. Great nuggets, thank you, Delana. Go eat your full pizza and get right back on track because I know you have that awesome nutrition. We got over here, Christine, good morning. You have a blessed day as well. Melissa, hello. Hello, Janita. Hello, Crystal again. Connie, thank you. And, it's a pleasure to be here. I hope this helped. If this helped you in any way, please put in the comments that it helped. I'm no different. I'm not sitting here eating in the most perfect way, in the most perfect whatever. I have some key things I stick to, and and even then, like I don't stick to everything all day, every day. Like I developed some habits that even when I go off the deep end, they're habits, not I'm telling myself I have to. It is the norm now. So I just get up the next day and go right back to the habit, right back to the way that I always do things. So you've got to allow yourself time to create the habit so that when you splurge, it doesn't totally rock you off your rocker. I have people that'll be like, I had one day where I just ate everything that I want. And then 3 months later, they still haven't been able to get back on track. So it's just about those habits. I'm here, guys. I'm a health coach. 9 years in, I can help you with those things. Let me know if you want the suggestions for the supplementation. We've got different things going on. I'm a health coach by trade. I'm a network marketer, business woman, okay? We got you covered. but you gotta speak up and say, hey, I really just kind of want to know more. All right. So hope this helps. Sylvia, whatever you're doing is working. You're a picture of health. Thank you. Even after eating a bag of chips and probably eating a full pizza tomorrow night. It happens, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, we can be, I am like, I've had so much stuff tested with, like, I eat the healthy stuff. I live the healthy lifestyle, but I still splurge just like you. Okay, so you can do it. I hope that shows that it's possible for you. So I should totally show you a before and after picture because you wouldn't believe it. But I hope you have a beautiful and healthy day and keep healthy simple, even when that means eating too much. Develop a habit, then you can eat too much sometimes. All right, bye-bye, guys.